Man, do you remember the story of King Solomon? And if you do remember, especially how the Bible dictates the story of King Solomon, he's a great king, was a great king. And if there's something you have to remember or realize about King Solomon is that he had the money, wisdom to experience everything a man will kill for. Literally everything that men kill themselves over, he had every single thing. Now, unless you've been living under a rock, you know of the story of ELENA, who passed recently due to a botched BBL surgery. Now, it's something that every Nigerian is talking about, to the point that there is even talks about not supporting BBL. People basically are speaking against it because it's becoming a big concern for a lot of people in the country. And I do agree, there is a lot to talk about concerning this whole BBL of a thing. Now, back to King Solomon. This man experienced everything, and to the point that he said that vanity is vanity. He realized that it's not really worth it in the end. But you see, in our everyday perfectionist media, aka social media, it tells you that you don't have enough, you are not enough. And as a result, you want to strive for more. There's nothing bad about having money, there's nothing bad about working hard. But then again, what if all these things will actually bring about your demise? I want you to think about this, because what I want you to understand is what put this lady in this situation. Now, on the internet, you have some people that are saying that it is because of men, which is obviously a lie. It's not because of men. This was a personal choice. Am I the way right? It was also said that the hospital that carried out this operation is one that things like this tend to happen, that they've lost patients who have undergone this surgery. And remember, based on the reports, she wanted to go and do this surgery. Someone warned against it. Another hospital warned against it. Even her family members, or basically the warning signs. There were the signs that were telling her that, okay, this should not happen. She shouldn't do this. But she was basically chasing after something, and in the end, she paid for it with her life. And unfortunately, there is going to be many, 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 many women who are going to also still want to undergo this procedure, which could cost them their own lives. So this is not, I wanted to say this is a cautionary tale, but it isn't, because there are still going to be people who are going to do it regardless of the risk. To prove what, I don't know exactly, but it is indeed an issue. And you see, the problem with being successful, right? There's nothing bad with being successful. There's nothing bad with being rich. The problem with being rich and successful is that the things that you would never fixate on are the things you begin to fixate on. Now, guys, if you look at this lady over here, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful. Basically, she's an envy of many. But underneath this, all this, there's a layer of insecurity, or yeah, insecurity. Because if not for insecurity, what does this lady need to modify? What does this lady need to change? This lady has everything. She's a successful business person. This is not even a broke girl. No, she's a successful business person. What does she need to change? What does she need to modify? She's already beautiful enough. She probably has millions and billions of admirers. But you see, with success comes a cost, especially when you're hyper fixated on social media. Now, guys, social media is beautiful, but social media is a cesspool of stupidity. And as a result, people keep modifying themselves to improve or to please people who you do not know on a personal level on social media. And that's probably what was the case of this young woman over here. Maybe she wants to please her fans and all her supporters by trying to modify herself even further. And sometimes, right, you'll be surprised that maybe it's just one person out there that said that this thing is not well packaged. And guess what? Just that one word for that one person is what got to her, and then she now decided to do this. It's sad because this is not a reality we should actually be living in, but it is happening. Young people are spending huge amounts of money to modify their bodies, and it's killing them. Because I think the reason why a lot of us are talking is that this girl didn't need to do any of this. Look at her. She's gorgeous. She's beautiful. And now she's gone. The lesson here is this: know when to stop. You are enough, you are beautiful, you are good looking. I need to tell yourself that, because when you don't feel like you're good enough, you don't feel like you're good looking, when you don't feel like you are worth anything, you're going to do virtually anything. People should have values. Not everything is worth doing. But unfortunately, this is a lesson that nobody's going to learn. This is just one of many, 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 many tragic stories to come. I'm sorry to say this, I'm not a prophet of doom, but it's the ugly reality. We all have insecurities. I have my own insecurities. Trust me. I have my own insecurities. But I will not let these insecurities cost me my own life. Think of if this girl had, in the next 2 years, what this girl could have achieved. And now she's gone. We can't see the greater things that she could could achieve, or the greater things she could do, because she was in the altar of vanity. People, know when to stop. You are enough. You don't need to impress people on the internet. You don't know us, we don't know you. You shouldn't go far and beyond to impress a group of people who do not give a shit. Let me know what you think in the comment section.